Welcome to the Degenerate Dillon podcast, where Dillon has you covered with everything from spreads to futures to prop bets. Follow him every weekday as we pick daily best bets using stats, analytics, and a little bit of luck. Now here's your host, Degenerate Dillon himself, Dillon Nelson.
Hi, everybody. Welcome into another episode of the Degenerate Dillon show or podcast, however you are listening or watching. It is March. We have made it. Excuse me. It has been a full year since the pandemic really started and really kicked in. Been a year. Lots of lives lost, and it's a very unfortunate pandemic that has hurt this country specifically really badly. But hopefully we are on the precipice of moving forward with our lives and getting out there and getting normal and getting acclimated to life as it was again. And as it goes, we get some college basketball in the form of a little thing called March Madness. Oh, it's so nice to have March Madness. To think about March Madness again just gets me riled up, man. And for all the conference tournaments getting canceled, think about that. Last year, right in the middle of all the conference tournaments, they got canceled. That is the week before March Madness. I figured when I was watching it, I don't know about y'all, but I was watching an Arkansas game, and it was literally the last game to be played in the SEC tournament last year before they shut everything down. As soon as the games got canceled in the conference tournament, I was like, they're still going to have the March Madness. Come on. You're going to have March Madness. Nope. Didn't happen. Left us with a sour taste in our mouth. Baseball season got canceled. Everything got canceled. Everything. What was there? There was nothing to bet on. What am I supposed to bet on? Esports? I want to watch games of Madden and bet on? No. I am a degenerate, but not that bad. All right, maybe. Not that bad. I'm just glad that we have moved on, that life is kind of getting back to normal. There's spring training going on right now. That's fantastic. I have never in my life sat down and watched a whole spring training game. Did that yesterday. I will never take live sports for granted ever again. I'm going to watch every game I can. Doesn't matter if it's baseball, basketball, football, soccer, cricket. Okay, maybe not cricket, but come on. I'm not taking it for granted anymore. Just happy to be in March. Just happy there's March Madness around the corner. Just happy we get to fill out some brackets. Just happy. But tonight, we're going to do our usual. We're going to do our 3 picks, starting with UNC facing off against a mediocre Syracuse Orange team. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. I think you can hear me. Sorry, I might have unplugged my mic for a second there. But yeah, we're going to get started with UNC visiting Syracuse in the Orange. The line is 2.5 in favor of UNC. Rightfully, I don't like Syracuse. I don't really like UNC. 2-7 on the road against the spread. 1-4 as away favorites. Syracuse, on the other hand, has won their last 5 home games. That's a stat. That's a stat to be proud about. North Carolina doesn't really have a stat like that, especially on away games. All the analytics really say take the Orange tonight. Even ESPN's power rankings take the Orange tonight. Their group staff picks take the Orange tonight. I'm taking the Tar Heels tonight. That's right. I got the Tar Heels in the money line. And we'll revisit this in a second
and I'll give you a reason why you should bet the money line on this game. But my play in this game is the Tar Heels and the money line. I don't care what the analytics say. This team's a 10 seed going into March, according to Lunardi. They need to win. If they lose, that at-large bid is going to be gone. They're not necessarily on the bubble right now. But if you lose this game, you're on it. And probably not on a good side of it. So I like Roy Williams to get his team fired up. I like UNC to win this game. Moving on to our second game. Oklahoma State welcomes in Oklahoma. God, that was such a... I don't know if you guys watched that game on Saturday, but it was such a good game. Such a high-scoring game. 99-93 was the final score, overtime. Such a great game. My wife and I were actually watching it. I didn't bet on it, but my wife asked me, as soon as it hit overtime, said, who you taking? I said, you know what? I'm rolling with Oklahoma State here. They got the best player in the game. You just, in situations like overtime, you take the team with the best player. And Cade Cunningham's the best player in that game. So I did a live bet. Took Oklahoma State money line. Made some money. Thank you, Cade Cunningham. He's also going to show out tonight. He's just going to. The guy's a stud. Stud. If anybody else is the number one pick before him, I think you're making a mistake. This guy's 6'7" frame, long, shoot the three ball, stud. OU has lost 2 straight now. And how Lunardi has Oklahoma State as an 8 seed and OU as a 3 seed just baffles me. I mean, yeah, we get into quad 1 wins. Oklahoma State's got 7 quad 1 wins. How's Oklahoma State an 8 seed? Now, it is still to be seen whether Oklahoma State makes the tournament as a whole. They're supposed to get their NCAA ruling from their hearing. They're supposed to get the ruling sometime in March. So I'm guessing this week or next week they'll hear whether they can play in March. OU is 0-4 as away favorites, and Oklahoma State is 7-3 as dogs. Underdogs. Take OSU to win this and sweep the series. Cade Cunningham is going to take over this game just like he did on Saturday. OSU is going to win. Take the money line. Oh, yeah, I told you we were going to revisit the North Carolina money line. Shove these in a parlay right now. Right now. Because this Oklahoma State game is at 1.5. I could see it getting to that 1 point. And at that point, if Oklahoma is only favored by a point, the money line's not going to give you profit. Take OSU money line while it's a profit and shove it with North Carolina money line. I'm going to do it, and you should do it too. Make some money. Those were really the only college basketball games I was interested in and really interested in gambling on. I mean, Rutgers and Nebraska, good. Third and final game of tonight is the NBA action. Pacers visiting the Sixers. It's not necessarily the best game of the night, but it has probably my favorite prop bet of the night in form of Domantas Sabonis's total point over-under. I'm going to take the over. It's 22.5. I like this over whether Joel plays or not. I think if Joel plays, it gives him the competitive edge to try to outduel Joel Embiid. I don't think he will outduel Joel Embiid, but I think he's going to try his hardest to score. And I feel like they're going to have some back and forth scoring eventually in this game. Those guys are too good. Talk about the biggest all-star snub of all time. How do you keep a guy that has 20-plus points, 10-plus rebounds, and 5-plus assists out of the all-star game? What kind of crap is that? The first player that's ever happened to. I'm with you, Domantas. I don't. That's terrible. But yeah, the play here is not the line. The line is 5. I'll get into that. But the play here is Sabonis point total over 22.5. If Joel doesn't play, that's even more reason to take the 22.5. If he does play, I like the competitive edge part. Take the over at 22.5. If the line here is 5 right now, and if I had to take someone, it would be the Sixers to cover that. They're 11-6 at home against the spread, and Indiana is 3-7 in their last 10 against the spread. Take Philly in the 5 if you want to. The play here is the over of 22.5 on Domantas Sabonis. But that'll be it for us on this Monday. We have some good stuff coming our way soon in form of great interviews. Julian Edlow of DraftKings will be on the show next week to talk conference tournaments in March. We have also talked to Jackson Collier of JC Hoops to come on the show and fill out a bracket with us. We'll do a little bracket special show. It might run a little long because we're going to run through the whole bracket, but I think it would be fun to listen to or watch as you fill out yours. That's kind of, I've always kind of wanted to do that, record filling out brackets with, somebody or everybody. Just seems like it's going to be a great time. But yeah, we're really looking forward to those two. Julia Edlow, like I said, works for DraftKings. It'll be his first appearance on the show. He does a lot of prop bets, man. I see him every night on his Twitter page posting prop bets, so maybe we can get some really good prop bets out of him. He seems like he does pretty well. But yeah, those are the two interviews we are really looking forward to. So stick with us, man. We went. I don't know if I mentioned at the beginning of the show, we went 32-21 and 4, and in February we had a good month. We're hoping March is going to be the same, and that'll start off with our picks tonight. But yeah, that'll be it for me today. Short, sweet, fast. We love it. We live it. We're degenerates. I'll get out of your hair. But y'all have an excellent, excellent Monday, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Take it easy.